Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, May 1st. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So, first thing I want to say is if there's anything you take from what I say in these videos, in my trading room, or anything else, it's this. There is only one person you ever have to prove something to, and that's yourself. Okay? That's it. You have to make yourself happy, make yourself comfortable with what you do. Okay, that goes for especially the younger traders and stuff. I know I've said this before, but it bears repeating. For everybody on a day like today that said they made money, right? 99 lost or 90 lost, 90% lost. And didn't just lose, they got crushed. Okay? There's a reason prop funds are a dime a dozen, and they keep offering incredible deals, because just like a casino, people lose money trading, especially trying to trade this type of nonsense that happened in the last 2 hours. Okay, so please don't feel bad. For those of you who know me, I've been doing these videos for a long time. I don't trade after 2 o'clock. I did not take one trade after 2. I had a good morning. I got good trades in B, D, and F. That was it. Like I've said before, if you made money early, get yourself a bunch of $100 bills and put them in front of you. And see what happens if somebody tries to grab them from you, right? You're going to probably want to punch the guy out. Same thing in trading. And if you're down money, to try to get it back and stuff like in this is not the environment. This is the epitome of mindless machines and uneducated traders. This was a vicious short covering rally based on what, I don't know. He said nothing differently. Now, I was talking in the room, and supposedly on CNBC, the market rallied because there was no rate hike. As far as I know, nobody was even speaking about a rate hike. Okay? We all talking about nothing happening and rate cuts down the road. Okay? They painted themselves into a corner. For people who you think know a lot, they probably don't. Okay? Maybe in private they talked about a rate hike. Who knows? I know somebody said in my room that he brushed that question aside, didn't answer it if it was discussed. There was no way they were raising hikes. Raising hikes. You like that? Hiking rates. So, I don't think that's a valid reason for this short covering madness. That's number one. The market was short. That's why the market rallied. But again, I don't know why. It wasn't anything he said to get it rallying as far as I'm concerned. And then, if the reason was, okay, we're not going to have rate hikes, why would you take it all back? This is what I talk about. The market makes the news. The news does not make the market. We can't say the market went up because people said they had their fears eased that there was not a rate hike being discussed. Well, if that's the case, unless they took that back, the market shouldn't have done this. The market dictates what it wants to do. You have to understand that as a trader. Okay? What this market did this afternoon was potentially make it a lot weaker. Look, I've been talking about this now for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Here's the 15th. The upper end of the lower distribution is 51.27. Look what we've done for 12, 14 trading days. Below it or tried to get above it. Yesterday, where did change take place? Now I'm in bigger increments. Oh, 51.27. Boom. Trend down. Price spike. Today, look where we ripped up to. Our high is 26.75. And then roll over. I would take that market-generated information over any BS people try to spew on CNBC, Bloomberg, out on the street, anywhere. Okay? That's important stuff. Why didn't I trade it? Well, because at that time, with them, it's very easy to say, oh man. In fact, somebody in the room mentioned to me, you know what? I think we had gotten up to a very important level. And because you're trying to talk to the room and answer questions and this and that, I didn't realize. I knew we filled the single prints from yesterday. I did know that. But I didn't put two and two together. I knew that was where change took place yesterday. But it didn't register in my head. Oh my goodness, we just got up to the upper end of the 15th lowest distribution, which we've been having absolutely no success getting above. So if that is the case, that's a real big failure again by the bulls. Now the low of that day, I believe, was 94. We've closed below that. We had an inside week up on Monday. That's an absolute failure right now. I'm calling the daily down right now in ES and NQ. Righty, I'm calling balance because righty not only took out yesterday's low, it took out yesterday's high and almost came to the top of their balance. So righty for me on the daily is all balance. ES and NQ, however, after this absolute failure late in the day, will be continued to be called down. Now, do we have excess at the highs? Again, there's excess. We had excess a couple of days, right? Remember, we had the gap up, and then we had 2 days worth of excess with those buy tails, okay? We finally took them all back. Well, now we do have some excess on the upside. Whether that holds or not remains to be seen. I think this is just more important than going over my trades. The only trading I did was in NQ today. I shorted it. I took 3 trades or 3 times. And B period, I took more than 3. 1. But once we had a gap that was holding, okay? Remember, we gapped lower today. We ended up with overlapping lower value, so we did come back. It was lower. We gapped lower, failed at the overnight high. So when B started heading towards A's low, I thought the odds were pretty good to get the overnight low. Now, a lot of people, we're talking in the room, say, hey, I've been getting kind of like a breakout trader on NQ. Quite the opposite. I'm not looking for a sustained breakout. To me, I'm a destination trader. So I thought the destination would be first to take out A's low, second to get the overnight low. Well, I got paid. I didn't stay in it to get the overnight low. I was short at 30. I forgot what price I said I was short. I think it was 34. No, it couldn't have been 34. I forget exactly what price. I didn't write down the price. But I was short in A, okay, to take out, I was short in B to take out A's low and go for the overnight. Didn't get it, but still did well. Then in D period, I did the same thing. Oh, that was 34s. Yes. D period, I shorted 34s. Why? Because the momentum was building to the downside, and I thought they had a good chance to get the IB low and the overnight low. Well, guess what? They went down. Didn't get the overnight low, but had a very nice trade. I remember I was short 3. Shorted them at 34. I took one off at 24. Took off one off at 18. And I was looking to get the overnight low. It didn't, came back up, took it off at 18 again. And then in F, I did the same thing to finally get the overnight low. So a breakout trader wouldn't be looking for this to take out A and just get a certain target and come back up. They would look for a much, much more extension. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for that quick play to get a very visual target. And they finally did an F. So those are my only trades. I care about myself. This is my livelihood. This is my business. You think I care I missed 2 hours of this nonsense? My biggest edge is being able to read an intraday market. And I think I do it very well. You're not going to be able to read it with this crap. Okay? Yeah, it's easy to say a couple times. Oh, we filled the gap in J, and then we backed off. Oh, we got to the base of the price probe from yesterday, then we backed off. When that market is like moving like that, with frenzied and with agitated and frisky algos, it doesn't matter really. Yes, they do make some stops at those visual points. They do. But for the most part, you don't want to get in the way of them. You really don't. So, again, I don't have any problem not doing anything. I think this is such a visual area here for the bulls. Okay? They need to take out today's high to get back into balance on the daily. And more importantly, start getting away from that lower distribution from over two and a half weeks ago now. If you can't do that, we're going to see lower lows. I'm curious to see after this absolute failure, after this shorts cover. Right? Short cover makes the market weaker. Generally not the same day. That was a huge set of single prints. It was $4 at one point. We almost made a new low on the day. So it will be interesting to see once the overnight opens and then Asia and Europe opens to see if this market now is stronger to the downside. Okay? Quickly on destinations. Today's high is 508.19. Our POC is 501.08, 11 wide, and our low is 499.86. SPY did not fill the second set of single prints from the 25th. ES, I'd have to go back in ones, so I'll do that really quickly. So ES's destinations, today's high, 26.75. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The 27 was the upper end of that lower distribution. The POC 11 wide at 54.50. Today's low at 42.25. And then on the chart, I mean, I don't want to rant and rave. I truly like to see people do well trading. I wouldn't have this trading room. If I didn't care to try to make people better traders and educate them, you think I'd have a trading room? Doesn't matter what, I charge. I wouldn't have a trading room. But I love to give back and help people and see people succeed, because this is a very tough business. My new website is up. So check it out at camelbacktrading.org, and there are different price things, if you sign up on the website, and discounts if you sign up through Venmo or PayPal. So check it out. So our monthly is balanced, right? Whether it's a 2 or 3 month balance, wasn't so sure what I was going to call it. Still not sure, but it's balance. The weekly is a 3-week balance. Inside week up failed so far. Will we test the last week's low? Remains to be seen. But it's balance. And the daily is down for me. Look at this candle. Ugly candle. Now, even though I'm calling it down, this is a very important low to me from April 19th. Because that's still the low of our previous balance low. So, even though we're down, I will not ignore if we go and test the 19th low. Again, great range. Third largest range of the year, but only 80 million on the tape. So short-term players whipping this market around with zero idea what the heck they're doing. I hope you did stay safe and had a good day today. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.